Art lets me see the world in a way that too many people take for granted, and I just want to capture its beauty the way it is now so you can preserve it. I think what inspired me to start drawing was the fact that I was always exposed to art. I come from an art-loving family. My grandmother loved art, my mother loved art. It's always been around me.
She's been very lucky to have all the different influences of pastel, pottery, painting, paper mache. There was 1,000 different things they've done throughout the years. And I think that's one of the things that's made her art progress the way it has. In fact, just recently, she was caught whittling wood in the countryside of Colorado, and her grandfather was afraid she's going to cut her fingers off, so he's just now sent her a wood whittling kit so that she can learn how to be a whittler as well as an artist.
Nobody sits down and just looks out the window or actually goes outside anymore.
She's had a lot of different influences in a lot of different ways. I'm not sure who influenced her the most. I think it was just we tried to give her as many opportunities as possible to see art, whether it was visual or landscaping or something that she did with her hands, but we wanted her to be exposed to it all.
Very impressive artwork. And I think the first project impressed me is how she organized herself. She's brought all the picture, the camera, people, and then she make a collage of the composition and use a Sharpie. And of course, later on, I know one of her passions, it is photography. And then she also drew, her hand, beautiful. Actually, the details, the subtle details, wonderful. Again, I gave her highest grade. So those two highest grade already mark now. She's a young artist. I don't think I can ignore her.
She does the landscape, she does the people, she does the animals, she does items that are picked up out of nowhere. She's branched out and grown a lot, I think.
She also indicates she has the discipline. So by saying that these quality it will mark her a very successful young artist.
I think when we put the rack focus at the beginning of the piece, like we knew we had something that was going to work out, because the whole point of the piece was showing like a creative element, and I think that was the most creative shot that we could have come up with that complemented like her artistic abilities.
Since this is the first film class I've ever taken, I didn't exactly know what creative shots to get and about rack focuses and shallow depths of field, which really add a lot of meaning to the pieces, not just, a good story and editing is important, but a lot of the cinematography, if you don't have good shots, then the pieces just falls apart and gets uninteresting.
I really like filming because I think that's where a lot of creativity comes in. Because when you're editing, you can always go back and see what you need to get, and like you can put things in and take things out. But once you're shooting, like there's only a moment that you can get something. You can always like reshoot and retry to configure, but there's those moments that are like you're never going to get again.